My name is Ryan Leo, and you are now tapped into Past the Ox.
Welcome to Pass the Ox.
Let's go.
We are here with our friend Ryan Leo, an amazing spitter. Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm amazing, man. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, man, we're all grateful, bro.
Yeah, beautiful day. It's nice here.
It is an awesome day to be outside in Southern California, you know. Prayers out to all those affected by the fires in Eden Canyon and Palisades, all that going on. But we're still blessed, man. So you're from New Hampshire.
Yeah, I'm from an island off the coast of New Hampshire.
What's the name of the island, man?
It's called Newcastle.
Newcastle.
There's a castle outside of it.
Show some love to Newcastle.
I love Newcastle. We have like a little like symbol with the drawbridge. It's like so goofy. That was from when I was like 5. But
so
yeah, some amazing people have come out of there. My friend and neighbor Duncan Robinson is a NBA player on the Heat. I grew up playing ball with him.
Sniper?
Yeah.
The 3-point sniper on the
he's
Heat?
my neighbor. I know his whole
The
family.
guy who made... Whoa.
Yeah, he's like a childhood friend. He's an amazing...
Shout out Duncan Robinson.
Yeah. Oh, you know Debo, you're the man. Yeah. Duncan's older brother, Eli, actually taught me how to rap. He's the reason I make music. I made my first album ever with Eli Robinson.
Wow. What's the name of that album?
I don't even remember. I don't even think we had a name for it. But I remember there was a song called Send It to the Feds on it.
With Past the Ox, we got to know Ryan off of a lot of Jerry's work. So Bastardo Gerardo just dropped Sad Foo Summer in 2024. And there's a beautiful song on there called Aardvark featuring Ryan Leo. There's a beautiful song with Happy Minor. Shout out Happy Minor. And Bastardo and Ryan called Zombie out there that we had to cover. That's an absolute banger. Like the whole week that song was playing. You
I
know?
love
like,
that.
That's
so
how I
cool.
choose what songs I have for like my songs of the year. Last year, one of our singles of the year was that Cumbia del Barrio.
Yes, so
That's
good.
a banger. That's
Dude, the boys popped off on that.
yeah, that's
so
a banger.
good.
And if
Yeah.
you haven't heard Cumbia del Barrio, you got to get it.
Yeah,
See,
play
my-
that.
I'm Mexican and I still can't roll my R's right now, so.
Don't worry about it.
But we got a few questions to ask you
Let's
today,
do it.
man,
I'm
just
so
to get into
excited.
you as an artist, man. First question.
Yeah.
Who is Ryan Leo?
Oh man. Wow. It took me probably 30 years to figure that out for myself. Yeah, I was pretty lost in the sauce for a long time as an artist. Growing up, we were really into Nas and Jay-Z and Big L, Big Punisher. So I was raised around a lot of incredible hip hop. My brother is a French historian and loved a lot of really good underground French hip hop. So I got a lot of really like authentic good rap in me when I was really young. And my dad is a guitar player and really into rock and alternative and punk and stuff. And so I just had this like rebellious musical childhood. My brother's an amazing pianist. My other brother's an incredible drummer. So what was there left for me to do? It was do vocals. So since a kid, I've been singing and rapping. You know, a major influence from me was Zach De La Roca from Rage Against the Machine.
Ooh, yes,
yeah,
sir.
he's like my favorite guy ever.
One of the most underrated rappers ever. In my
He's like
opinion.
the greatest, and a lot of people don't know. I think I'm sure about this. I think he's Jewish and Mexican.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until just a few years ago. But you know, like coming up in the hip hop game in Boston and the Northeast, I felt kind of out of place, but my community and the people in it just made me feel like, no, like you belong. Like this is like what you do since you were a child. So. Yeah, I mean, who I am is I think like an amalgamation of all the incredible people who gave me the time of day, who believed in my art, who believed in me as a person and like my character, and pushed me to go from. I used to be MC Bag of Bones. I was Young Bones, the origin. I was always a skinny kid. I had so many rap names: Grimbo Slizz the Grizz. Shout out to A Different Life. And then I had for all of college and some of high school, I was Young Tusky because my family's from Tuscany.
Yo, you were saying that on the first No Feelings?
Yeah.
And yeah, you're saying
Yeah.
Young Tusky.
I
was like,
still, when
ooh.
I rap, I reference Young Tusky as like an homage to the time that I've spent on the planet, being these like going under different monikers. And a few years ago, I started to finally break out of like addiction and self-doubt and a lot of things that stopped me from putting music out.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, I think I'm ready. Kind of like how K-Dot became Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
I'm sure it was a different metamorphosis for him. Everyone's got a different journey, but I was like, I actually really love myself. I think I want to be who I am, which is, my name is Ryan Leo.
Right.
So that's what my artist name is.
That's beautiful.
So I'm Ryan Leo now.
That is
so myself.
That's incredible. You know, in this short time talking, he shouted out Big L, Zach De La Rocha. He shouted out some incredible MCs. So that should already tell you the type of rapping this man does.
Thank you.
Where did that flow come from, bro? Like you, so you shouted out Eli Robinson.
Yeah.
But
Duncan's older
how
brother,
did you develop that, the way that you put your words together, man?
Wow. Yeah. So I remember when I was a freshman in high school, I was in the football locker room. I played on the football team.
Of course.
I was no good at football. I was terrible. But I remember they were playing beats and everyone was freestyling. And it came my turn. And as a freshman, like, you want to impress your friends. You want to be cool. You want to fit in. You want to feel part of the group. And I just started rhyming in it, and it actually sounded kind of cool. And people were like, oh, like, you're kind of good at that. And I was like, I never knew I could kind of create poetry in my head. And then what that turned into is freestyling, which is still my, like, my thing, is like being able to, like, really spit something very coherent and what I consider to be dope freestyle. Like, my coworkers they'll put on a beat, be like, do what you do. I love writing music, and I think my music is like an 80 out of 100, but I think my freestyling is like the best thing I do.
Baby, that's amazing.
It was crazy. Like, I was a freshman, 14 years old, like, skinny white dude, and we had a Black Student Union dance at my school, and all these super cool seniors who were like exchange students from Brooklyn and from different parts of Boston were up on the stage rap battling. And I was 14, and my friends physically forced me onto the stage. It like hurt, they like hurt my arms. Like, it really hurt because I was so scared. I was so nervous. I felt so out of place. But they were like, you have to battle these guys. And I went up there and like
torched everybody.
Torched them. Yeah. Like, I got kicked out of the dance for swearing in my battle. But after that, I realized, like, I'm an MC. I'm a rapper. Right. I'm a poet. And that became my life, you know?
Dude.
So that's how I got into it.
That's
kind of forced into it.
Thank you guys, whoever hurt this man to get him on stage. That's incredible.
No, John Hebert, Sam Marusik, I love you guys. I miss you. Thank you for throwing me up there. It hurt. I never told you it hurt, but thanks for shoving me up there. It changed my life. It made me so happy.
Dude, that is incredible. Can you remember the feeling of writing your first bar?
Yeah. So a big influence of mine, beyond who I mentioned already, is Lil Wayne. He's my favorite rapper because he freestyles everything too. And he practices, and so does Jay-Z. Jay-Z will kind of like create a flow when he hears the beat, and that's what I do too. I have never tried to emulate someone else's writing style. I just do what makes me feel comfortable and what makes the best music. But ever since I was young, I would hear a beat, I'd freestyle to it, and I'd kind of gravitate towards that flow because that flow was the best musically.
Right.
And then I wrote down those flows in terms of like physical parameters for each bar. And now that I have like a physical makeup, like a shape to the music, now I can kind of fit words that mean something to me in it. So that's like how I make music.
Wow.
Like, I hear a beat and I immediately have the song already in my head. Like, the chorus comes to me, and then the verses, and then the bridges, and I just kind of bounce around off that until I like get where I want to go.
That's like really 4D chess and doing
it's
this.
Crazy,
man. Like
it's like
that's
it's
a ridiculous
fun.
way. For the people who don't know, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Biggie, there's a whole lineage of rappers that walk into the studio and they don't write anything.
No.
So that's kudos to you for doing that, because that's a style. I have a homie who taught me how to start penning my stuff. I love freestyling. Freestyling is a whole different vibe of like every MC should freestyle. You're a rapper at home, a young rapper. You should just at least learn how to do it. Just get with your friends, get with your homies. It's really the best time. Backseat Freestyle, you mentioned Kendrick Lamar. One of Kendrick's best songs is Backseat Freestyle. And that's just him emulating what they were doing back in the day as kids, you know? So it's a freeing part of the art that only rappers get, you know? Not everybody can get it, you know? And everybody who has the courage to get up there on stage and do it.
Be with your friends too, right? Like,
it brings
the greatest
us all
part of
together.
my childhood was freestyling with my friends, freestyling with Eli, freestyling with my homies in high school, in college. It always was, no matter what was happening in my life, it was my time where I didn't need therapy. I didn't need drugs. I didn't need any outside validation. I knew I could come with it. And the more I had pent up, the iller the freestyle was.
That's it.
So if I had any time between freestyles, like a week or something, I knew I'd go off because I had so much to vent and it would come out so organically. So yeah, freestyling is like the greatest thing. It's like push-ups. The more you do, the better. So just freestyle as much as you can. And I think writing too is such a skill, which is so hard to do. And I'm still finding my way through writing.
Yeah, you never stop learning, you know, and that's it's a beautiful thing to learn how to pen it, you know. So so you're more of a freestyler than a writer, you'd say.
These days I feel like I'm perfectly balanced. I'm writing all my music, but I freestyle to find the flow. And then I write to the flow to create a story or a song that makes sense, that means a lot to me. A lot of my music when I was younger didn't mean enough to me. I was doing it because people, that was my thing. Like when I was a freshman in high school and I had done this freestyle battle, seniors, girls, like people who I wanted to give me attention would be like, oh, you're the rapper. So to make songs, I would actually make songs from then on out for a few years for other people, just to do what I thought people wanted me to do, and not to like reattach to like the love of it, the deep like sense of self I got from it. So I was always really split between doing it for myself and doing it for other people. So I put out records that don't really represent me, and I would say things that don't really represent me. I was very lost and confused for a lot of my life. I was not like how I am now. And that was really hard for me. That created a lot of room for like self-doubt, self-anger, and depression, because I was like, I feel like God made me to make music, but I'm not making the music. And then a few years ago, I really, really tapped in through amazing friendships, like through my friendship with Happy Minor and through Jerry, who are like, do you really feel like what you said is like what you want to say? And they'd help me go back to the drawing board. And now every single word that comes out of me comes from the heart, and I stand by 1,000%.
We're going to take this time right now to listen to some Ryan Leo. Enjoy.
When the time's all gone and your mind's not on, oxygen break from the pine not wrong. Lost in the trees where the signs aren't shown and the lights don't shine, but it's by my home. But it's by my cove. In my home ain't got no roach, but I'm a fiend for smoke. Acid drying on your eyes will make you see the joke. Try to reach it and get clean, but we don't need the soap. Let me stagger in the street to live or freeze and choke. See me vomit in your conscience, can you breathe this air?
That was some music by Ryan Leo.
Yes, sir.
By Grimbo the Slim, by Young Tusky right here. How did you come up with the name Birds Discussing Business for your EP?
Oh, that's a great question. Jerry thought of it.
Shout out Jerry.
I was chilling with Jerry and Minor at my old house up in Beechwood Canyon, and we were listening to a collection of different pieces, trying to put them together, and we selected a few because everything I do is collaborative. I almost do nothing alone. Like I have produced my own music recently, and I write all my own music, and that's great. I do that probably 20% of the time. 80% of my artistic expression is hanging out with my friends. Right. And Minor and Jerry and I were working on this project, and I showed them these old masters for songs that I had, and Jerry just creative directed the whole project, which I credited him for in a post on the gram. And he was like, these songs work together, this is an amazing. Yes. We had this idea of birds because I was like going through a lot of changes in my life at that time, and a lot was rapidly and drastically changing for me, for my financial situation, my living situation, my romantic situations, and he and Minor were there for me in my darkest moment, and Jerry helped me mold the title and like the whole creative direction to that. Like literally I am of the thought that we don't generate as a society great artists. We generate amazing communities that artists spring from. And our individualism in this country and in our culture holds up Lil Wayne.
Right.
And I'm sure, as I've done, I do a lot of my own legwork. You know, a lot of life is being alone. You lay in bed alone and you have to deal with yourself. You're in the shower alone. You brush your teeth alone. Like, you're born and you die alone, like, in a way. But a lot of what I think makes an amazing artist is an incredible community. Right. So Jerry is really the reason that project is titled Birds Discussing Business, and it couldn't be a better title for it.
Yeah, because every song is introspective.
Yeah,
my favorite song on the project is Frauds. Just
I love that one.
All my heroes are a bunch of frauds. That's just a facade. Like the bars in the music are very like, what would birds be talking about? Like,
that's what they would be talking about.
They would be talking about, like, when you look at a bird, they don't have like a care for like a hook. What's hot? Yeah. They don't, like they're what would they be concerned about? Like life. Yeah. The wind blowing. They'd be so concerned about these deep things that we lose track of as humans. We get caught up with distractions. And I feel like that album really removes the distractions and makes this pure. First of all, the curation of the beats. Shout out Jerry on that. The way everything flows together, it sounds like one producer worked on everything. It does. It sounds like you sat there with the producer and put everything together. But it's really amazing how, you said that it was just beats off YouTube, and it was just And then it's only 12 minutes. Like, what? Why isn't it like a longer project? Why is it only 12 minutes?
I mean, those were the four that fit perfectly together. Like, you can feel the presence of the universe when you're in line with what you're supposed to be doing, and things just line up. And if that means that you cook 3 pieces of salmon at the same time because it fits in the pan and it's just right, and that's the only salmon you got, like, there's just 3. So there was just 4 tracks that fit together, that felt right, and that is a testament to the creative direction of Gerardo Angel, my boy.
Straight up. We have a fan question here for you.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to remain anonymous. You got fans.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Letting you know you got fans, bro.
So, I've had so many names. I didn't think I accrued any.
Yeah. When are you dropping the new?
All right, yo. So I've been, like I said earlier, like, I had this like rut where I like really didn't release any music for multiple years, and I have to be accountable for that. So I have about 20 songs with Happy Minor that I'm getting mixed and mastered, and I'm gonna release those soon. You heard one of them today. That was called Mend. I've got an album with 3 Wise Guys that is currently the last song on that record is being mastered, and then we are going to release that album promptly. And then I have a slew of singles and other collaborations that are done and are in a queue. So I know friends and family and maybe fans have asked me this before, like, when are you dropping? But I promise in 2025 you guys will hear so much from me. I'm very clean and clear on that, and I'm just really in like the greatest time of my life right now. So that'll include a lot of release of music.
Friends and family are fans, my friend.
Yeah, they are. That's true. It all starts with F. And it will be coming very soon. Yeah, I'll be releasing on my Instagram and on my Twitter release dates for the 3 Wise Guys album very soon.
Ooh, we are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, we are looking forward to that.
2025, it'll be like a dam opened up. I'm gonna give you a lot. 2026, maybe a little bit less, because so much is coming this year, and it's February 1st. So 11 months, there's gonna be a lot coming.
Whatever you got for us, we're here for it.
Yeah.
Ryan, I want to thank you for joining us.
Dude, what a pleasure.
For
thank you, man.
Coming on this, allowing us to speak with you.
Yeah.
Please let us know, where can we support you? Where can we hear your music, music videos?
So all right, so like everything's Ryan Leo. So just go to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you get your music streamed. I have a few projects under Ryan Leo. You can go to the YouTube channel for one window and see some of my music I released under Tusky. That's just how the cards fell for me. I released music under a bunch of different names. But yeah, those are the places you can go. You can always go to my Instagram, Ryan Leo. That's RYAN L3o. Someone took the E. I got beef with them. I'll find them and just be like, hey, can I have that E? And that's where you can find all the updates on my music and my journey, like both as a human and as an artist, which has been really a joy to share recently. One thing I do think I do a great job of is I share on my Instagram a lot of unreleased snippets of songs I've just made, songs I'm working on. So if you really want to like get into the lab with me, come on Instagram. We have a lot of fun. I'm really responsive on there. We can hang out, talk. Tell me how you're feeling about the world, how you feel about your own journey, and we'll collab, we'll talk, because I'm really investing into the people in my life and the people in my network, and I'm excited to talk to you guys more and to be more in the mix.
We wait with anticipation, Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. That's the episode. Clap it up.
Yeah, let's go, Passtheaux. Let's go. That was sick, dude.